So today we are going to discuss about configuring users and groups in Microsoft Azure. So this is a efficient user management practice to configure users and groups in Azure. Okay. So this is part of Easy 104 exam. We should know this concept well. So creating user accounts. So all users must have an account in Azure Active Directory. So that is a requirement whenever someone wants to access any Azure service, the user must have an account in Azure Active Directory. Accounts are used for authentication and authorization. So that is a uh, purpose of the account. Like we use it for making sure the person is who the person claim he is. Okay, so that is authentication and authorization. Each user account contains properties that can be updated over time. So this user account that is created is not static. It will have some properties so that we can update it over time. Okay. And then we also need to create user account. When we create a user account, there are some columns we need to be sure about, like what is the user type. So user type can be a member or a guest. So member is like somebody mostly internal to the organization will be member, and guest will be someone external outside. So that will be a guest. And then directory synced can be like it is a concept of uh, getting synced with the Active Directory we have on-prem. So if it is synced with this cloud um, user accounts, then it will be yes here for Active Directory synced. Otherwise, it will be no. Okay, so there are two possible values here for directory synced. What are internal and external users? So all users accessing or administering the portal must have an account, which are internal users or external users. Okay, so there can be only mainly these two types. And then user type and directory synced columns are critical in user management, which we saw. So those are really important to see when we look into the user account management. Internal users can be cloud only or directory synced. So if some users are coming from on-prem Active Directory and they are synced, then those are our internal users and those are cloud only. And external users are guest users, guest accounts invited as collaborators in Azure. Okay, so these can be someone external to the organization. They are added as external users. These are guest users. Okay. Moving to next part here. So once we know about internal users, external users, how to check them, then another important thing we should know about user management is that the permission to create user, to manage user are like privileged access permissions. So those are like given to global or user administrators who can manage the user accounts. Okay, so these are not for each and every users to perform and manage this. These are for global or user administrators to do this. And also global administrators will have access to restore the account for a user within 30 days of deletion. So there is some special privilege again here to give that restoration access so that if in case a user was deleted in error, we can restore the user access within 30 days of deletion. And sign-in and audit logs are available to monitor authentication activity. So again, there will be a privileged access to get that kind of access to the logs, which are audit logs, and which will help to monitor any authentication activities. Okay. So those are the privileged access. So for global admin, there will be a privileged access. Next is to perform bulk account updates. Now we can have more than 10 users, 100 users, or even 1,000 users, right? If we want to update them into the system using bulk invite or bulk create, then there are options to do that. We can use that to bulk create users, bulk update users. Okay, so we can use a CSV file. So we can use a CSV file. There will be a CSV file template. We can use that and upload the users. And it is suitable for temporary users. This activity is like suitable for temporary users, like in lab or for short-term projects. If we just want to add users in labs or short-term or for short-term projects, then this will be a good feature to add users um, based on like using CSV. We can add 100 users, 1,000 users, or any number of users so that they can access the labs for temporary purpose. And also, if they want to work on a short-term project in Azure, they can be added using this bulk account updates. And it requires global or user administrator permission to do this bulk account activity, like even to do any user management, user account activity. We require this global or user administrator permission to do that. Okay, including bulk account updates. Then creating group accounts. So there can be two types of group accounts. One is security groups, and one is Microsoft 365 groups. Okay, so security groups can be created so that we can manage particular roles and privileges of users. So it is a group, okay, so which can help us to maintain a set of users in the way we want. Okay, so groups helps streamline access management across services and users. So we can streamline our access management to multiple services to multiple users. Okay. And then we want to manage access and security at scale. So security groups are used to assign roles like virtual machine admins or managers or network admins. So we can have security groups created for different roles like a virtual machine admins or for the managers. And we need to assign users to these groups and apply roles, simplifying security management. Okay, so security groups helps us to simplify the security management. There can be different user assignment types. There will be users can be manually added to the groups. So we can assign users in different ways. One is assigned types are like manual assignment of the groups. Then there are dynamic users. Dynamic users are memberships based on user attributes. Memberships based on user attributes. So we can have different attributes, and you there will be those will be assigned to the users dynamically. Okay, so these will be the dynamic users. And then dynamic device, so that can be devices grouped using defined rules. So not only users, we can have assignment types for the devices as well. So devices grouped using defined rules, these will be mostly security groups. Okay, so we can have dynamic devices as well. Okay. And the last part I want to cover here for user and group management is that we can have creative administrative units. So administrative units are like units created to delegate user and group management. So populate units with users or groups for specific scopes. So we can have like users or groups for like IT management, IT department, and we can have this unit, administrative unit created for it, so that we can delegate user and group management for that particular unit. So we can assign roles which with scoped permissions, okay, for that IT team members. So we can have administrative unit. Now this IT team members can have different roles assigned to them. Okay, so like virtual machine manager, network manager, administrative manager. So all the group user group manager. So all these permissions roles will be given to IT team member, and those will become part of one administrative unit. So we can create administrative units as well. Okay, which is a good feature.